So I know I said I wasn't going to burn the wall boards or char them, and I'm not going to burn them like I did the post and the other stuff um, that I did earlier. So basically, when a lot of this stuff was sitting on this rack drying out, some of it had mildew growing on it. So a lot of them I've got the wire brush out and knocked the excess off, but I'm going over it with a torch to kill anything that may be growing on the wood. So once I torch it, I'm going to bring it over to put the vinegar, pine tar, and linseed oil mixture on it, and hopefully that'll keep anything new from growing on it. So that's what I've been doing on these wall boards. I changed the formula of this to it's 1 part vinegar, 1 part pine tar, 1 part water, and then 2 parts of the linseed oil. And so far it seems like it covers good, it sits on the wood well, and it sucks in well. So we'll see how that concoction works out in the long run. Much easier and quicker with the roller. And yes, there are some gaps in them. I mean, some of these got some waves on them, and I'm not running all of these on a planer, because for one, I don't have a planer that long. Well, I don't have a planer anyway, just a hand planer. But anyhow, so this is going to be 3 layers thick. So each of these is 1 inch. So by the time it's said and done, it's going to be a 3-inch thick wall. And each row is going to overlap the gaps on the underlying row, which be kind of like shingles. So whatever comes in here will hit another board right here and just run down. So I don't want to get everything too tight. One thing I've come to realize, or something that I think, is if you can't 100% seal something off, you're better off just not trying to, because if you get it 99% sealed off, that 1% that gets in there probably won't be able to get out, or get out quickly, and it'll sit there. And that's what causes problems, is when you start trying to seal water and you can't all the way seal it, and then it gets in and then it gets trapped and it just sits there. So I'd rather have some, if it's going to be a tiny gap, a little bigger gap, so it can dry out when it has the opportunity to do so. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I have some strings popped. I don't know if you can see them. They're black, so they're going to be real hard to see on camera. I use bank line because it's very strong. So, and I can get them really tight to get a good idea of level. So I have some bank line pull. So this is going to be my elevation string. I have it around the perimeter and running along these interior beam or posts. So what this is going to do is going to be my ground zero level of the cabin, of where I'm going to put my my beams, my floor beams, or floor seals. So I originally had some lines run that I'd already leveled out when I first marked this out. I really wasn't fooling with elevation too much. I was just laying them all out so I know where to put my footings. So it's pretty easy. I I measured up 6 inches from those marks, and I think this is going to give us a pretty good height for the cabin. So the front right here is going to be, I have my tape measure somewhere, but this is going to be, 13 inches right here. So that'll be the bottom of my seal plate, which will be 8 inches tall. So the flooring won't start till about probably about close to 2 foot off the ground. But this one will be 13 inches. That one down there will probably be, 18 inches or so. That one down there will be lower, probably around 8 inches. So just because of the we're on a little slope, but it is all level. Everything is level with itself. I've run a string level on all of this, and every string is level back to itself and then across. So everything should be fairly level. So what I'm going to do is just mark my posts and make some squared 90 marks on my post, so I'll know where to cut them, and then we'll work on cutting these. I'm not sure how I want to cut them. A chainsaw will be quick and easy, but it'll be pretty rough. And I'm not the squarest cutting person with a chainsaw either. So I might bite the bullet and just handsaw them, or maybe handsaw the outside edges to get a square reference, and then try to cut it as best I can with a chainsaw, and then just try to clean it up with a plane or something. That might be the best of both worlds. But yep, that's what we're working on right now. I'm not doing I was going to come back here and do some more of the boards for the walls, but we had a pretty good rain last night, and so they're not saturated, but they're wet enough. So it's been pretty windy today, and like I said, the sun came out, and it's been real pretty for the last, most of the day. So with the sun and the wind, tomorrow they may be good enough to char them and oil them up and put those on there. That's one way to do it. Just break it. Alright, so on these wider ones, I got 2 of them in. So I'm staggering this joint. So these others have, I guess what I need to do is put them, make sure that they're close together in the center. This first course only has 1 screw right in the middle. So I'm trying to get some other screws on the side because these are 3 inches. So we got a 2-inch runner, a 1-inch board, and then another 1-inch board. So that's 4 inches of material. So I'm putting in a 3-inch screw, and that should run through the bulk of it. And I'm trying to get the screws in on the other side of these to suck these tighter in as well. So in case y'all are wondering, I'm putting a stick in the dirt where the seam is behind this board. So that way I know where to put my screws to try to suck that board in more behind it. Also too, I made little small notches on my corner posts, so I know where my runners are. So I just look at my notches, and plus where my other screws are, I just know where I'm at for my runner. So that's how I'm gauging where to put the screws.